You hear that, guys? You smell that? I smell a new episode. Actually, I can't smell anything because I'm kind of sick, but I thought I was going to get better. I didn't. You're not getting sick, are you?
No, but that's why you have me here for. I'll be your smell.
There
I'll
you
be your
go.
nose.
Thank you. That's exactly why I knew I was going to be sick today, and that's why I have you here. Guys, we are back with another episode, another guest here today. You guys don't know him. His first appearance here, Luis.
Thank you.
Welcome. Did you... Okay. Okay, guys. Luis and I were just talking about the fact that we didn't really know each other too well in like in high school, basically. 'Cause Luis and I, we first met in high school.
Yeah.
And we were in algebra, that algebra class. Who was a teacher?
Mr. Fry.
Was it Fry?
Yep. I can't forget about that.
Mr. Fry. Legend says that he could swallow a like foot-long Subway sandwich in one go.
I wish I could see that.
That's what
Honestly.
Nathan told me. You remember Nathan?
Yeah.
Nathan Stone?
Yep.
Yeah, he's dope. He came back. He was in LA for the longest time. But anyway, so with that out of the way, yeah, we got a lot to talk about to catch up because we still don't know anything. We're clueless, guys. But I'm trying to practice too, because I do have other guests lined up that I don't know, like music producers and stuff that are coming down.
Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta like warm up and try to talk to like I kind of knew you already a little, you know, already.
Yeah.
I
We had like a sense for like who we are, you know?
Exactly. So I was like, this is a little good warm up right now. I spilled water. It wouldn't be a Shambam podcast if I didn't spill some water on myself. I'm gonna put it right there. But anyway, what I was gonna say is that your Instagram name doesn't have your full name, not even your full first name. Like it's Louis.
It's Louis.
Yeah.
4 U's and 3 E's.
Exactly.
Like don't ask me how it. Like I would constantly change it like throughout. Like I remember when I don't know if you remember like in high school I had the Camaro, like my dad's Camaro.
Oh
like,
yeah,
that was my first car. And then so I was like,
that was your first car?
Yeah. So the whole story behind that is, so I had my license and I had it for a year, and I just didn't have a car. So I was like, oh, okay. So my dad still took me to school. And then he's like, oh, I'm gonna go to Mexico. I'm like, all right, cool, for a month. So I was like, okay, how am I gonna get to school? So we went to like the Turtle Rock swamp meet, whatever. And then we usually go just to look at like car parts or this and that for like his old cars. And then like he's like, oh, I remember we used to have a Camaro like this when I was younger. And he's like, all right. And he ends up buying it. And he's like, all right, well, this is your car for like a month until I get back. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then from there, that was just the car. That was just till senior year it was over. But
really?
Yeah, but it was cool. But so much gas, man. Like
really?
Yeah, like a V8 and just ate up. So, like remind you, I was like barely started working at McDonald's.
Yeah.
And then I was barely getting hours. So I was like. And it's in Carpenter, like in
like
so
you have to like
so it was like a drive,
quite a ways.
Yeah. So I was like, it was.
That sucks.
Yeah, but I mean, it was cool. It was a fun car. Like
it was cool when you had gas in it.
Yeah, it was cool when I had
you're
gas.
Just driving around, you're just like, yeah.
And then when it was empty, it was just I just stared at it. So like, oh, I got paid.
It's like, curse you.
Yeah.
You're not getting any gas today. You gas guzzling piece of crap. My first car was a Mini Cooper S. Well, it wasn't my first car. I guess my first car was a Hyundai Elantra, but I don't consider it. Well, I guess I should. I'm being too like picky right now with my thoughts. But because our parents bought it, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't my choice. I didn't even care about cars, honestly. I didn't care about cars.
What are the odds? You know?
What are the odds? I didn't care about cars until one time my parents were looking for a new car and they took us with them. And we went to this dealership and I saw for the first time, I didn't know what it was or anything, but it was love at first sight. Yeah. I laid eyes upon 05 WRX.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And I looked at it and I was like, I like that car. Yeah. And I got in it and I was like, this is a dope car. I really like this car. And then I figured out what it was. And it wasn't until then that I really liked cars.
Started.
Yeah. And then I realized that I could never afford a WRX, at least at that age. And I was like, oh, I'm not getting this. Insurance especially. But I got a Mini Cooper S. It was the first car I actually bought myself. Which pretty fun, you know, turbocharged. Not turbocharged, supercharged because it was a 05. It wasn't until like 07, I think, that they turboed them. there's like a civil war going on between like supercharged and
turbo, yeah. It's like
what's your stance on that?
That's it all depends on the car, really. Like I remember when I had my FRS, like it was.
You had an FRS?
Yeah. Okay.
Really?
Okay. Do you want to hear like the stories behind all my cars?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's hear this.
First I start off with the Camaro in high school, and then it's like, oh yeah. Then eventually I buy my own like a 4Runner. I bought it off my dad, like for super cheap. Yeah. And then it was cool. And then I was like, I'm gonna sell it, just trying to flip it, you know, because I bought it for super cheap. I flipped it. What else? I bought a Supra, like the MK3s.
Yeah.
The year before the one I have, and it didn't run. I bought it for like $1,000 off my dad's friend, and it did not run. I don't know how he got it, because he bought it from me. I was at work and I gave him the money. He came back from Merced from his friend's house, and then I was like, cool. And then it ran, and then like one time, it had back fees from 2011. It reminded me it was like 2014 at the time.
Right. Okay.
So I was like, that was something I didn't want to deal with already. And then like I was like, I'll just test drive it one time. I did it, and it died on me. So me and I don't know if you remember him, Nico Zavala from high school.
Dude, it sounds so familiar.
Oh, we took it out one time, and then it like died on us around the block. So we pushed back, and then at then I was like, I don't have enough money to fix it out. Now I'm like, if I did have the time and money, I would have kept it. But I sold it, made like $600 more off that, and then the first car I actually like bought like on my own from saving was a Toyota Corolla, like the 2007.
Okay.
Yeah. And honestly, to this day, like even from the cars that I've owned, like even that new Camry I have, still my favorite car. Just
really,
just I don't know.
They look pretty sleek. No, like I look at them, I'm like, it looks like a pretty cool car, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something like it was good on gas. It was just comfy. Like I don't know, memories, because I had that car like throughout college. So I was like,
okay.
I played. Then I got that, and then, like I was at school one day, and then my sister's like, "Oh, guess what? Like, I got a car at Toyota, and it was a Corolla, like the brand new." I was like, "Oh, what?" Like, okay, so they needed me to go over there to take their car home.
Okay,
like, because she didn't have the license at the time.
Okay.
So like, and then I seen.
So wait, your sister did?
Yeah.
And she just got so. Sorry, I just like totally stuttered. No.
So like, my dad was gonna go to Mexico again.
Okay.
So and then so like he ends up buying her a car, which is like, I was like, oh, cool. I mean, you know. And then
it was better than my car, but thanks.
I know. Where's my part? But and then like they needed me to take her car home, because like at the time she was like in the process of getting her license.
Okay.
And then basically. I was in the showroom, and then I seen that FRS, and I was talking to one of my friends about like, oh, I wanted to get one, and then but it just kind of faded away, you know?
Okay, yeah.
And then when I looked at it, and the guy was like, "You want to test drive it?" I was like, "Nah, I'm okay." And he's like, "Just come on, test drive it."
Come on, test drive, man.
And then I ended up buying it, and then
that's why they want you to test drive it,
right? So I sold, and then I sold my Corolla to my cousin, and then I had that for a while, and then I got the Supra, and then what happened? Oh yeah, and then like I got tired of the FRS. You know, like I had two coupes, and I lowered it, and it was like super low on the ground. We constantly have to take like my fiance's car all the time. Like, oh, we're gonna go to Sacramento. You know, it's like, oh, all right, you drive. You know?
Yeah.
She kind of was like, all right, I guess. It's like, well, you drive my car, and I was like, okay. And then I just decided like I need something bigger, and then that's when I traded it in for the Camry. Which, good decision, but
responsible, good decision, right? Comfortable decision.
Yeah, everyone at work was like, "Oh, you're gonna start a family now," and I was like, "Nah, not yet. I just wanted a bigger car."
Yeah,
but
not what I got. Nobody's told me that yet, fortunately. But my mom, I think my mom's like really wanting me to. She's like, when am I gonna have grandchildren? Huh? I'm like, Mom, wait.
Like,
just wait. Let us get our degrees first.
Right.
That's exactly what I told her. I was like, oh, let's give it like, a few more years. And she's like, I really want grandkids. I was like, well, that's a fun thought. But because I guess I kind of like similarly, because I had the Mini Cooper S for a while. It's the first car I bought. And there's that thing, dude. That thing was a nightmare. Let me tell you. First, I didn't really know it was BMW make. I watched The Italian Job and I just fell in love.
Yeah.
So then I bought it. And I didn't know it was BMW. And dude, BMW parts are expensive. Dude, I had to buy the first thing that broke, the first thing that went. And I say first thing because, yeah, there's a list. The first thing that went was a power steering pump. And that cost me $600 just for the pump, just the piece. And I was like, and it was, I think of it as a blessing and a curse because the parts themselves were so like bank breaking to me at the time that I was like, I'm not going to pay somebody to install this. So then I learned like how to work on my car by myself. And now I know, like, I'm super comfortable, like, taking anything apart out of the car and just doing it myself. So that was nice, but yeah, that cost me a ton. I installed that. Then I had an oil leak for like the longest time. I got it fixed, but then it was still like burning oil. So, and I didn't know what, like, the worst thing about like losing oil is, like, if you don't know where it's coming from or what's happening, there's nothing you can do except just keep adding oil, you know, or whatever. So it was constantly losing oil. I finally took it into the shop. They're like, oh, it's your drain plug that's bad. Because what happened was my clutch went out too, and I got that replaced. But I replaced it. I bought the part, and then I took the whole thing apart. Dude, working on Mini Coopers, everything is so jam packed.
Dude, that's like all European cars. That's why.
Is
like,
it really?
Yeah. So like,
so even like BMWs.
Yeah, dude. Like if you see the engine bay of a BMW, it's like you have to take like so many parts just to get to one little thing.
And there's exactly. That's exactly what it was. It was a nightmare. I thought it was just Mini because Minis are just so small that they just have to try to fit everything in there.
We live by the name Mini.
Yeah, so it's exactly. And there's like a ton of dumb special tools you have to buy for that kind of crap. And I always have to make like makeshift garbage to be able to do this. So I was like, I'm not gonna buy this part, have it shipped all the way over here for this one repair I gotta do. It's like, nah. And it's like it's always like $30 and up each like tool, like special tool you need to buy. So when the clutch went out, I had to take like everything apart. I had to take the engine off. I had to like it was pretty crazy. It took me a while, but we figured it out. And then when we were putting it back together, we were like right at the end. All we needed to do was put oil in it. We put oil, then we were putting back the drain plug. And as I was putting back the drain plug, like it just kind of felt weird. Like it didn't feel like I was crossing threads or anything, but it just like didn't feel right. I was like, what the heck? And I see these little chips of aluminum, like, and I'm like, no. I took it out and I stuck my finger in there and I like drug it out. And all the threads were just gone. Dude, I was pretty mad because it was a long day of work, and I was like, finally, we're done.
We're done.
And I had work the next day. I had to like ask my parents to give me a ride. It was so demoralizing. But what I ended up doing was I got this like rubber drain plug thing that you like put it in there and then you like tighten this like screw and it'll like put pressure. And I thought it worked. I mean, I was checking underneath and okay, there's no oil coming down. But apparently it was leaking. So the guy, when I took it to the shop to fix my oil leak that I didn't know what was happening, he was like, oh, it's your drain plug. So this is exactly what he told me. He was like, yeah, whoever fixed it put a dumb rubber thing in there.
You're like, you don't
I was like,
say.
oh, you don't say. I was like, who would do that? They're idiots. Thank you for telling me, sir.
Must have bought it like that. I don't know.
Dude, it was so embarrassing. But I was like, oh, really? I just played dumb. But he fixed it. And it wasn't leaking anymore. But it was still losing oil. So I don't know what was going on with that car. And I was like, you know, I'm getting married. I don't want to have a dumb, especially when we went to our honeymoon. We went to Disney.
Oh yeah,
a Disney moon. We had cute little Disney moon T-shirts. Everybody at Disneyland were complimenting. I was like, wow, congratulations! I didn't think I'd get so many people like congratulating.
It's the happiest
us.
Place on earth, dude.
It's the happiest place on earth, dog. Dude, I've only been twice.
Yeah. I want to say like I went there a lot when I was younger, but I don't really remember. You know, like
right. So I guess I went 3 times. So I went when I was super young, like you're saying. I don't remember anything except that there was this weird little Mickey Mouse shaped lollipop I was sucking on, and then there was the boat. You know that, like, whatever the thing, what is it called? A ferry? Is that what they, yeah. I remember seeing it, but I don't remember anything else. But anyway, the reason I sold the Mini was because I was like, I'm getting married.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go all the way over here. You know, I don't want to have. Did it stop?
No.
Okay. Somebody asking questions.
Adam's going to talk about something interesting.
Shut your mouth, Adam.
He said
Sorry,
cheat in
people.
Mario Party, and he also said hello.
It's just Adam.
And then
What a stupid
Zombie
creep.
Gaming House said thumbs up.
Who?
Zombie Gaming House
Oh,
gave you a thumbs up.
thanks, Zombie Gaming House. You want to sponsor me?
Shout out.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to people who come on live, but also everybody who's listening. I've been getting a lot of listens, guys. Thank you so much. Everybody who's supporting. This is just a little pat in the back to y'all in the middle of the podcast. But anyway, I was selling so I got it for $5,000. I got it for $5,000.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, I fixed everything, whatever. I'll sell it for like $4,000, you know?
Yeah.
So I thought it had been fixed. I thought the oil was okay. I mean, for the most part. The only reason I say it wasn't because. So this is what happened. So, the guy fixed the oil, and I was cool. Like, we're chilling. Selling the car. I was selling it for $4,000. My buddy wanted it, so I sold it to him for $3,000. So I was like, dude, I'll give you a deal. I'll sell it to you for $3,000. He was like, sweet, because I was looking online at all the ones. You know how you'll look up on Kelley Blue Book or whatever. And I was like, how much is my car worth? And there was like well over, it was like $5,000 to $6,000 was my car. So I was like, well, I know it has some of these issues, so I don't want to rip anybody off.
Yeah, especially your friend, you know.
Exactly.
Like,
well, yeah, because like originally, even without selling it to my friend, I was gonna sell it for like
good man
$4,000. Yeah, you know, I like to think I'm good that way. I don't want to rip anybody off. So I was gonna sell it for $4,000. Then he was like, I want it, and I was like, dude, I'll sell it to you for $3,000, man. You're a homie. And I let him know. I was like, dude, first off, parts on this thing are expensive, dude. Second, I've had a lot of issues with it. I fixed everything I've had issues with, but you know, I don't know if there's anything else gonna happen in the near future. I honestly don't know. I told him, but he's like, okay. So I told him all that. And then one time I saw him, I was going to Walmart, and then he pulled up right next to me, and I was like, oh, dude, what's up, my Mini Cooper? And he was like, yeah. And then as he was driving away, I heard the clicking that there was no oil in it. So I was like, wait. I was like, what? Is it still leaking oil? And I wanted to tell him, but he drove off like somewhere else, and I was like, shoot.
With an oil leak, like
with an oil leak, just
like a trail. Just like.
Yeah, I could have texted him. Now that I think about it, I don't know why I didn't think about it, but I'm pretty sure he knew. He'd had to know, because you can hear it when you're inside. Just like, that's how I heard it. I was like, what is that freaking clicking? But he went to the military, so I don't know why he bought my car, because now he's in the Army.
He just wanted it.
He just wanted a Mini Cooper for a little bit, dude. Yeah, that Mini Cooper.
Saw the Italian job.
He probably just saw the Italian job,
like,
and
I want one now.
But anyway, then we got that Scion TC, which is I like Scion TCs. I always liked them when I saw them on the road. But my biggest con with that car is that it's not manual driven.
It's okay. They don't need to know that. Just put a shift boot on it. They don't need to know.
Dude. Because I wanted to get like an exhaust kit, but then if you do that, everybody who's a car guy can tell like, just by how it's like.
Just like, what's that? Oh.
Yeah. Like, as soon as it hits green, I'll just put my head down. Yeah, I know.
Just put it in neutral and rev it. Just
yeah.
They'll never know.
You'll never know, people. But I mean, it has like the pedal shifters and stuff in sport, but it's not the same. Yeah. It's not the same. But it's mainly because Courtney doesn't really know how to drive. She knows a little how to drive manual, but she's not comfortable with it. So I don't want to be selfish and just be like, I'm going to buy a manual car that I like. So I was like, all right, let's just settle in between and just get sport mode, automatic. But anyway, that's why I bought that one. One thing that you must know about me right now is that I talk for ages. And you might have heard that in my podcast before because I've mentioned it. But I talk a lot. Is it okay?
I like it. I actually enjoy,
you know, like people tell me like, oh yeah, dude, it's dope. But at the same time, I try to think about like, what if I was in their position and I was asked that same question? Like, hey man, is it okay that I talk? I think I would also just be like, yeah, man, you're fine. Internally, I'm like, dude, just shut up and let me talk. But
like, dude, when am I gonna get my turn? But
yeah, usually, dude, if you want to interrupt, just interject. Go right for it, because I'm not gonna stop. I don't think that's like a blessing and a curse.
No, dude. Honestly, I genuinely like listening. You know, like, cause then I don't know. You just like constantly like I don't know. With me, it's like I like to listen to people. Like I like to. I mean, like that's kind of my career. You know, I'm trying to. I'm just like psychologist.
Oh, really? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Sweet. Or did you get it?
Oh,
not yet. You're still going to school.
It's my last year.
Oh,
and then,
sweet.
So yeah, and then I graduate next semester, spring 2019.
Are you going to MJC or
Stan? So I went to MJC like straight out of high school, like transferred, and then this is my second year at Stan. So yeah,
okay,
it's not bad. Like finishing them, like a couple people from like 2014 my class graduated already. So yeah, and then like the people I run into at school sometimes they're like, yeah, I'm graduating this year too. I'm like, cool.
Oh, sweet.
So it's like perfect.
That's dope. So you're doing psychology,
yeah.
man.
So I don't know.
What kind? I know there's like multiple fields.
Dude, there's like.
Are you just kind of like?
I kind of like the counseling like that. Okay. Because like there's like experimental where like there's like many techniques experimental, but like when people think that they think of like lab rats and like doing weird things with it. So it's like But
I was just thinking of just random like experimental treatments.
Lab rat and
it's like some guys like who has anxiety like goes to this experimental therapist. He's just like flithering a feather around like oh dude, you will be happy. You will be happy. Experimental.
So this is psychology, huh?
Yeah. So that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Sweet. And do you want to be like a kind of
I want to be like a counselor.
Yeah. Like high school kind of?
Well, like I'm still like indecisive. Like I really like marriage and family. You know? But at the same time, it's like now that I'm like I keep on going through like different like professors.
Right. Yeah.
And they're just, oh yeah, I do this and this and this. Like it's like, oh cool. Like this professor I'm taking right now, like he's a psychiatrist. Like and he was just telling me like all this stuff and this. And it's just like what he was telling me is like super scary, dude. Not like as in like the work field, but just like in like school wise, like oh, what you got to do to be where he's at. So I was like, oh, really? Like it was kind of discouraging, not discouraging, but it's kind of like just
intimidating.
Yeah, it's intimidating.
It's like I gotta do all this,
it's like that. And then like he's like, yeah, and what I have to pay a semester. And I was like, Jesus, dude. He was like telling me, oh, like it was $40,000 a semester because he's in the doctoral program. Yeah. And I was like, he's like, but like my job right now, like salary wise, starting off like 220,000.
Oh, that's good.
But I mean, but then I was kind of like, okay. And then when he told me like, but like sometimes it scares me too, like the debt and this and that. And that's when it kind of brought me back to where, like, okay, like he's not stressing of like. I'm not stressing over the same things he is, you know?
Right,
like,
yeah,
so it's
It's
kind of like we're on the same page, kind of.
Right.
So it's like, oh.
I noticed right before you said all that. Here, let me do this. My computer has been having a ton of issues, and now it's getting like more laggy, more late. And I'm sure you can hear it when you talk too. So I'm just gonna restart the audio right now. All right, guys, we're back. By the way, guys, we just had like an extensive conversation of other things in the middle of that, but you guys don't know. We just time traveled.
Top secret stuff. Agents of Secret stuff.
Do you watch Nigahiga? YouTube? Do you watch a lot of YouTube?
I do. Okay, like I watch a lot of YouTube, but it's just like the top of YouTube where like, how did I get here again? Like it's like you're under features, and then just like you end up saying like
freaking
something random, and you're like
cows with party hats.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, why?
Yeah.
Am I? It's like 3 a.m. I got work.
It's entertaining, but it's like,
watching
why am I this? Like, why am I here again?
And then you start like analyzing. Why are human beings this way?
Exactly.
Why does this have 300,000 views?
Like
it's a cow with a party hat.
Right? No, one of the videos I remember. I don't know how I got there. Like obviously. But it was like this guy who fed like 1,000 crickets as like pet lizards, and he's just going, and then I was just stuck there like fascinated. And then
was it like, did they have like a room?
Yeah,
yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like a legit room.
I've seen those.
There's like a bunch of
because we have leopard geckos. There's a leopard gecko there. I don't know if you can see the tail.
Yeah,
super fat.
I kind of see him.
And there's one in our room. And I've seen just out of watching. I guess in the beginning I was like, because like. I care about animals, you know. So when I'm getting a pet, I'm like doing research to see what I could like, how I should like take care of it. So I think I was like one of those where I was just watching all these videos, like, oh, what should you feed it? What does it like? What does it not like? And all that. And I just went on this trail, to where these people literally have whole rooms
Yeah, and it was crazy. And I
dedicated
was like,
to multiple reptiles.
dude, that room's nicer than mine. What? Like,
It's crazy. I couldn't sleep at night. What if like there's a hole I
know
missed?
exactly.
And there's a python strangling me in the morning.
The best way to wake up, right?
Yeah, sure.
I don't need an alarm. I got my pet python.
I got my pet python here to bite me in the nose. But anyway, yeah, dude, I've seen those videos. Dang, how do we get there? Anyway,
Exactly. That's how YouTube works.
That's how YouTube works.
Even talking about it.
That's just YouTube, man.
This is like so off the topic too. You know what I want, dude? Like as a pet, I have a dog, but I want a pet goat. Like
a goat.
A goat, like a baby one. You know?
Do you want to scare it and have it just freeze?
I don't know, dude. Like I just see him like galloping so majestically. Like on Instagram, I was like, you know what? I want one. One day.
One day. She wants a pig.
A pig?
A little
like,
pig.
Yeah.
A tiny little pig.
I don't know. Something about some girls like my fiance's like, oh, can we get a pig too?
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, sure. We'll just start a farm. My goat and your pig. We'll go on from there.
Dude, that's funny.
Yeah.
You guys have to have a yard for that.
Yeah. Like, I don't.
Are you guys planning on moving into a house?
We don't know yet. Like,
Okay.
it's like we could for sure. It's like I'd like to buy a house, but right now it's like I don't
Of course.
like the job and like
Dude, that's how
Yeah.
we are too.
so it's like, but we could either rent a house or an apartment. It's like if we were to rent a house, it'd probably be somewhere here. But if it's an apartment, like we're open to anywhere. But like she works in Turlock. She works Emmanuel Hospital.
Okay.
Yeah. And then so she kind of wants to live over there. And I mean I wouldn't mind that, but I work in Modesto, so it's kind of like it's
Yeah.
not that far though, so I can't complain. And then hopefully like when I apply to the master's program, if I do get in, then if I do live in Turlock, then it'd be convenient. So it's like I'm just
Yeah.
gonna walk to school rather
That's
than
true.
like driving. But I
Right.
mean the series to Turlock's still not that far. But
Right.
I mean being closer, can't complain.
Exactly. I mean, I used to have a job because I had plenty of jobs, but like 90% of my jobs were in Modesto.
Yeah.
So I'd have to drive from here to Modesto, and they were pretty far. Like they're always like 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
So I was like, this sucks.
Like
but
not Modesto, like Modesto.
yeah, exactly. And then I had one. I used to work for the Turlock School District. I was a janitor,
Dude,
nighttime
how'd you like
janitor.
that?
Dude. I hated it.
Did you see any spooky things? Or?
Dude, yes. Dude, yes. I swear to this day, one of the schools I worked on was haunted. Dude, that place gave me the creeps, gave me the chills. Spirits were talking to me. We'll get into that like right now, but before I like forget, because people get on me for starting thoughts and not forgetting and not like covering them. I mean, forgetting to cover them. But I was gonna say, when you were talking about when you're doing your psychology stuff, you said professors.
Yeah.
And I noticed that you were about to say teachers.
Yeah, dude.
But why does it seem so like lame if we call them teachers when we're in college?
I don't know. Like, I think it's like when you think of teachers, it's like high school, and then when
Right.
it's like college, it's like professors.
Who just made that rule?
I don't
where
know.
they just have to
And
call them
it's weird
professors
'cause,
all
like,
the time.
I have one of my classmates who calls the professor like teacher.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm like, don't do that. like no. And then like
That's prohibited.
It's prohibited. Like it's forbidden. Like you know what? Go to the dean's office right
Go
now.
to the deeds.
And then
What did you call me?
What? And then this is what I'm always trying to figure out too. Like I was talking about this with my coworkers the other day. Like, okay, say you're a doctor, but you're a professor at the same time. You know, like you're
Right.
a professor. So it's like, what would you prefer to be called? Obviously, like you maybe doctor, but I mean, like, do you think they get mad? Like, no, I'm a doctor.
Yeah, it's like professor, doctor.
Excuse me.
Dr. Charles, I have a question on this homework. Yeah, then they get all insecure. I always thought that was funny though.
Yeah.
I was always like, the audio thing is doing this again, but who cares? We're not gonna do anything about it until it gets really bad. But anyway, I just always have to address it. Yeah, I don't know. Like I always thought that was kind of funny, to where like even because I noticed how I was always calling them professors, and then when I was about to call them teachers,
Yeah.
I would stop myself and
Right. And
yeah, have this professor.
the whole class looks at you like,
Just like,
what?
What were you about to say, boy? It's funny, but I just noticed that, and I was like, I think about things way too much.
Yeah. No,
it's unhealthy.
Like, no, actually, like that's a good point. Like, I mean, even I was talking about it, but just
This is again useless information that We don't even need to know, dude. I actually have a whole list here of things I was like we were gonna talk about. I'm so like good at like not addressing that when I need to, and then on the episodes where like I'm lacking content, I don't have a list ready.
It's like, oh,
Yeah, but anyway, let's talk about that school now, though. That school, I'm pretty sure was haunted, dude. It was in elementary school. I forgot.
Mhm.
I think it was Earl Elementary. It's in
all-
Turlock, yeah. And bro, the lights on that place would always like they would switch off and
Yeah.
on, like all the time, and
Yeah,
it's
it's fine,
always
dude.
it was always when I was about to go up to it. So like when you're doing janitorial work, you have routes. So you have like
yeah.
two janitors usually covers an elementary school, and then
Mhm.
4 janitors covers a high school. Not yeah, 4. Actually, no, it could even be way big teams for high schools. But this one, it was just me and this other chick, and I had this one route. So when I would go on it, like every time I would go to unlock the door
Yeah.
of the classroom, like the light would turn off. That's outside,
Yeah.
like illuminating that place. It was like that, like almost all the time. Every time I was walking up to a door, that light would turn off. I was like, this can't be coincidence when it
Yeah.
happens like 5 times. And then one time I was walking down the hall because I
Mhm.
forgot, like, there's a big old trash bin I like carried
Yeah.
with me, and I had this other little trash can that I would like put all the trash in, then I come out, throw it in the big
Yeah.
trash bin, and then do that. And I had left it all the way across, and there's like all these rooms here, and then it was all the way here. So then I was like, oh, I gotta go get that. So then I started walking, and then lights started just flickering. Just flickering, and I was like, I'm recording this. I need video evidence so people don't think I'm insane when I tell them this. And as soon as I take out my phone and record, they stopped. They were just stable, and I recorded for like a good minute or two. Yeah, it was like a minute and a half, minute 30, and they stopped. Nothing for a minute 30, and then I turned it off, and then one more just. I was like, okay. I'm usually not like I don't really believe in ghosts.
Yeah, same.
Like I'm
like-
not that kind of guy, but dude, that kind of just
Yeah,
was a bit funky to
yeah.
me. I was like, why is this? It was just a whole lot of coincidence,
Yeah.
and that I was not
Like, what are the
comfortable with.
odds, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. I was like, this is insane. I was getting scared. Like, not gonna lie, I'm 22 years old.
yeah.
Not afraid to admit I was scared of that.
Nah,
you know?
dude, it's like, if honestly, like, I think, like, no matter what, it'd be pretty creepy.
Dude, it was
'cause
freaking, and
yeah.
it's nighttime
Yeah,
too.
especially
There's only
that.
2 of us in this
Yeah.
whole school. She's all the way on the other side. I'm over here
Yeah.
by myself. It was, yeah, I did one of those things. You know when you were a kid and you go downstairs or wherever, like out of your room to get some water?
And you run up the stairs as soon as you turn off the lights.
Yeah, you just run up, and the faster you run, the closer you think something's
Yeah.
behind you. Yeah, that's exactly what I did with the big old freaking thing. But dang, dude, I'm so sick, man. I'm sorry. I don't want to get you sick.
I'm good, dude.
You're
Like,
good.
Yeah. If I get
Trying
sick,
to run a business here. I gotta be consistent with
it
my
was worth it.
uploads.
It was worth it.
Was it?
Yeah.
We're not even done, homie. Dude, we've gone for quite a while.
I know. How long have we gone? Like,
Actually, we haven't gone.
like we've been offline this whole time.
Well, we were offline
Yeah.
for a while, actually. Not too long, but I feel like that would make us feel like we went longer. But I mean, we've gone for like a solid like 33 minutes.
Mhm.
So that's
How
not
long
bad.
do like these usually last? Like,
It usually lasts. I try to keep them like above 40 minutes.
yeah,
Because like that just because I feel like it's ripping people off when I
Yeah.
don't like give like a full like episode, whatever,
Mhm.
you know. But usually it's just whenever we feel like it's
Yeah.
done, basically, or like I have other things I had to do,
Mhm.
you know, things like that. It's not really I need to get this time, you know.
like,
just
oh,
whatever.
and I'm telling a story, and it's like, oh, sorry, time. It's time.
Right, exactly.
time.
It's like
We-
you can't say that.
we
We're
have to
done.
end it. We have to
I was
end
like, I don't, you know,
it. like, sorry to end your story, but next time,
You know,
like,
I've always thought about that with is there anybody asking questions yet? No? Okay. Guys, I was asking y'all to ask me questions and nobody volunteered. Some people were just saying, "Hey, shout me out, shout me out."
shout me out.
I was like, that's not a question. So
Like,
ask me a question.
If you ask me a question, maybe. But
Maybe
no.
exactly, yeah. But nobody was asking me questions, dog. But that's fine. I mean, that's fine. I hate you all. I'm just kidding. But no, when you were saying the whole like, yeah, stop.
Yeah.
I always thought about like those big Hollywood productions. Not big Hollywood product, but like those like talk shows or whatever,
Yeah.
where like you know like Conan O'Brien or
Oh,
Jimmy
yeah,
Kimmel.
dude, where it's like, oh, we'll get back to you after the break.
Yeah, or like what I always thought was like was always eating away at me. I was like, I always want to see the real relationship
Yeah,
after
dude, right?
the fact, you
Right.
know? Because I'm like, these guys don't really like
Yeah.
each other. Like they have to, they this is their business, and
Yeah.
they've done it for so long. They have to be so callous, you know?
like-
and they're just all business, kind of. I don't know. I feel like that's such a
now that you point that out, like I kind of like that's true. Like that's
you
pretty
know,
crazy.
yeah,
but
you know what I'm saying?
like I always wondered that too. Like, oh, how do you think they are? Because sometimes like I'll catch them, and it's like after it goes to commercial, you know, the camera's panning out, and then they're
Yeah.
like kind of talking, they're laughing. So
but
I'm
who's to say that's not staged?
like, right,
That's
madman.
that's how I am. Like it sucks because I'm always
Honestly,
like,
that's crazy.
second
now that you
guessing.
bring that up. Wow.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, like
you can
it's like,
never
just
trust it.
Smile for the
Can
camera
never
and
trust
cut. All right.
Exactly, because like usually
Yeah.
what those higher up people will do
Yeah.
is their agents are communicating. It's not even the artists themselves. It's not like Conan is going talking to Daniel Radcliffe,
Yeah.
saying, "Hey man, love to have you come on my show." And Daniel's like, "Yeah, that'd be awesome."
Yeah.
Like how we did,
Exactly,
you know.
like-
It's their agents. It's like Conan's like, Susie, can I get Daniel Radcliffe on my show next month? Yeah, Conan. I'll
make
get
it
in talk
happen.
with their agent, and then just the agents are talking, and then, Conan, you have Daniel for next week at 4. Okay, thank you, Susan. And it's
Cool.
just that, and then he just shows up.
Yeah.
Hey, Daniel, you're so
Yeah.
cool. And then
The
cut.
applause.
All right, thank you. I'll give you your money later. I don't know. That's how I always kind of see it.
Strictly business. Just imagine, dude. Like, you think like all these celebrities like get along with each other, but in reality, they're just like, oh,
Yeah.
what's up? Like,
I know. I was telling Courtney like, and it's I guess kind of contradicts what I just said, but like, wouldn't it be funny if like not even it'd be funny like when I was looking at like I think it was like the Grammys or something like that or the Oscars, and you see all these celebrities just in this
in their
whole
whole
room.
room.
It just looks like it just gave me the vibe of this is a huge high school class of people because this
Yeah.
group is always with each other
Yeah,
because of their business.
yeah, exactly.
There's
Movies
everybody
and,
knows
like,
them.
Yeah.
But then when you see them all together, it's kind of weird to see like all these familiar faces from movies
Right.
together, and then it's just kind of like some of them have beef with each other, some of them are couples. And I was like, this is a huge high school class right now of actors. It just is kind of funny to me. I told Courtney, and she did not. She was like, I don't see it. I don't
No,
see it. at all."
actually,
Do you kind of see
no,
it?
I see it, and,
Yeah.
and it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, because that's true. Like, what? I'm mind blown right now.
I know, right?
Like,
I just thought it was I just thought it was like a funny thought. I don't know what I was doing. I was probably at work, bored out of my mind, thinking about things too much. I just saw them and I was like, this makes me think of a high school rally, you know?
Oh, right.
It's just like everybody's waiting for an award. The popular ones get it all the time. Poor Leo wasn't
Right.
popular
He
enough.
finally
That's
got
why he
his-
never got an
what is-
Oscar.
Did he get
finally?
an Oscar?
He finally
right.
did.
What was
Yeah.
it for? Revenant?
I think it was for the Revenant. No, it wasn't. Shoot, I gotta look this up. What was it for? Because I think I remember. I don't even know myself apparently, but I think I remember being like livid over the fact that he didn't get an Oscar for the Revenant. Have you seen that movie?
Okay. I want you watch CinemaSins, dude.
The what?
CinemaSins. Like it's like what are they like?
You sound like a guy trying to say synonym. But he, like,
CinemaSins. That
Cinema
yeah.
Sins.
It's like they like go throughout the whole movie and they just count like all the like plot holes and like I don't know, just sins. They like tally the sins for like, oh, why'd he do this when he could have took the door over there? You know, like all the
Right,
logical
okay.
things. You know,
Yeah,
And it's
like they're like breaking the.
Yeah,
it's
they
like,
kinda-
oh, why did he do this? He
Yeah.
could have just done this,
Yeah, but
and that
they-
breaks the whole
yeah.
movie.
and they do it like to make fun of it, to poke fun of it.
Yeah.
But it's like in reality, they're just oh, this is just a joke. But just so people actually think, oh, why are you talking about? What's a good movie? Just name.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Me and my brother do that all the time.
yeah.
We always like break movies that way. It was like,
Yeah.
he could have just done this.
Dude, don't you ever just do that with like anime where it's like,
Dude, I do way too much. Dude, we're gonna get into anime actually, because I want to have a little chat about that. But Leonardo DiCaprio won an Oscar for. Okay, he did win it for The Revenant, so it was a Revenant. Thank you. Well, there was one oh have you seen or heard of Django Unchained?
oh, dude, I love that movie.
You watched it?
Best who
And you what?
who's the director again?
I don't know.
Guillermo
the
del Toro.
director.
Oh no,
I know directors.
Yeah.
But like Joshua or Nathan are
Yeah.
the ones who really like, oh, this, yeah, they know movies for directors. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They're like, who directed this one? I suck at
Probably
that.
like it'll be like 3 a.m. tonight, and then I'll DM you like,
Yeah.
dude, it's
Yeah, dude. Yeah, do that.
it's like
Because now it's going to eat me. But I don't know who directed that. And but it was a great movie.
dude, I love that movie. Best,
You know that when he cracked that glass.
it was impromptu. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
actually like cut his
Yeah.
hand, and it was real blood.
Yeah, dude.
It's insane.
Yep.
And he went through the whole thing,
Without,
and then at the end of that scene, it was a standing ovation on set because,
Yeah.
dude,
dude, I just imagine.
and he didn't win an Oscar for that. What's wrong with these people? I was really mad at that. That's
yeah,
what I
no,
was
he's
mad
one of
at.
the greatest actors. Like
He is.
Like he deserves like Wolf of Wall Street. Good acting.
I haven't seen that.
You haven't
one.
seen? It's like I don't even know how to explain it. Just like it's a good movie. I laughed a lot, but it's kind of just like just don't watch it with your parents or like
Yeah,
and
no, I've heard that
Yeah,
definitely.
like-
It's like it's definitely not a family movie.
like yeah.
It's a maybe go out with your homies and check it out.
Yeah, it was one of those. Like I sat down with I think one of my like good friends, and he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, and I was like, oh, this is it. Okay.
Dude, a ton of his movies are freaking
Yeah.
like amazing. I don't know why he never won Oscars, because there's even some movies that won Oscars. I'm like, dude, that movie sucked,
Yeah.
or there was just nothing special about it.
Like who even votes for the Oscars? Is it the people or
I
is
don't
it,
know.
Or is it just
That's a good question.
like-
I have no idea who does that. Who votes on that?
like is it just like we think
you never see the
yeah.
commercials. All right, the
Vote for the-
Oscars are coming. Vote
dial
for you.
8899 for Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah, you never see that. I don't know who votes for that. Dang, I'm coughing so much. Dude, I woke up today like feeling so crappy, and I work a ton of Saturdays. I mean, I'm technically not
Yeah.
scheduled to, but like the nature of my job, like I'm like I gotta work this Saturday because I gotta get stuff done. But yeah, so I was like super tired. Oh, and I was also tired yesterday. Last podcast. So actually, I'm feeling a little better, like energy wise. Last
Yeah.
podcast, I don't know. It was like it's such an off episode. Was it last podcast? There was no, dude. Last podcast was with Ryan. The one you watched was Diego, but that was a podcast before. So the podcast with Ryan, which was last week's episode, I was like out of it. It was like one of my off days. I was like, I woke up and I was like, dang it, why do I feel so out of it? I was like, I got a podcast session today. This is gonna suck. I don't want to look all groggy, but I did. But I covered some stuff. It was okay.
Some topics.
I covered some topics. All right, let's usually right about now I would have a sponsor break, but since I have had no contact from my sponsors, we're not gonna do it because I don't have any sponsors yet. Sad.
We're
life.
gonna make this happen, dude.
It's like, thank you.
No, we're making it.
Share it with all your friends.
Dude, like how do I do that? Like
You gotta put it on all the. You gotta put it
on my Instagram.
You gotta put it on all the like soda cups.
Yeah.
On McDonald's.
I'm gonna put like a
A banner.
link, like a banner in like all the Happy Meals, dude.
Yeah, dude.
So, Mom, what's this? Just
A Happy Meal should be just a pic, like a toy of me with
Yeah.
like a headset on and a
the
mic.
boomstick. Don't forget
Exactly, and the
boomstick, dude.
boom.
The boom.
The boom. I got complimented today, guys, for my beautiful boom sticks. Boomstick sounds like a shotgun.
Right? It's like
There's a movie where somebody calls a shotgun a boomstick. There's probably multiple. I'm probably just being super dumb right now.
I feel like it's just Django, dude. Like, what if it? Now that we're at the topic, I think
Was it Django?
I think it.
Really?
I don't know, dude. Like,
I don't know.
we're gonna
Somebody
Google
called it a
later.
boomstick.
4 a.m.
Yeah.
4 a.m. thoughts.
I was gonna say boom skit. Anyway, let's go over some of the topics I got on my list. First, I did say we were gonna make a new segment called "Classes in Session," where we talk about something new that you guys didn't know about, and let's just do it now. So, I figured out recently through the interesting place that Instagram can be sometimes. That there's this procedure. Okay, I don't know exactly in what situation it would happen, because usually it has to do with amputations. And usually if somebody's getting like a leg amputated or an arm, it just means that their whole freaking arm is messed up and it's got to go.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm no doctor, I'm no professor, I'm no doctor. I don't know things, especially in this case. But apparently there's this procedure that you can do where when they amputate your leg, they can cut. So they amputate right above the kneecap, They'll cut right there, and then they'll cut right above your ankle, and then they'll grab your foot and then twist it 180 and then put it right where your kneecap would be, and then they sew it back on. So now you have a foot
You have a nut.
that's pointed this way on your knee, and it acts as a kneecap joint.
Okay.
So that way when you put your prosthetic leg on, it can move like a real leg, because that's your ankle is going to be your new kneecap joint.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Dude, you learn something new every day.
You
right?
learn something new every day. I watched that and I was like, that is insane. But then I was like, poor people who just like
right?
go right through a freaking cheese grater or
Yeah, it's
something.
like-
Their whole leg's all messed up, and then they can't use their ankle anymore. I don't know. But I was like, who thought of that?
Yeah.
That's pretty. It's got to be a surgeon. Has to be. Who's
Yeah.
thinking messed up thoughts like that?
They're scheming and plotting, dude.
Yeah, had to be a serial killer. I'm just kidding. Just like, yeah, serial killers, man. They're scary people.
Mm-hmm.
Pointing out the obvious right now.
All right. Hey, there's like this fact that I was reading. It's like 1 in like 10 people, or you walk past like a serial killer, like
Oh, that's true. I did see that.
something like every once in a while. I don't know the exact
Like in
fact.
your whole lifetime,
your
you've
whole
walked
lifetime.
past like 9 serial killers.
Yeah, or something like that.
It's
What?
kind of crazy.
It's crazy.
Kind of scary to think
Yeah.
about. I think I've walked definitely well past more because I lived in Tijuana, so I just
TJ.
feel like I've walked past probably
yeah.
a little more than. I always bring that up. Why do I always bring up Tijuana?
TJ.
TJ, dude.
TJ.
It's way better now though. I'm not so scared to go there anymore.
Dude,
It's cool.
I hear it's like really fun, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I get kind of like tense when I get in there, but it's honestly way better. Like I actually see like nice cars there now.
Yeah.
It's insane. When I went there, I was like, "There's a freaking Mustangs." That's what I consider nice cars
Yeah.
there. Because dude, I had never seen a Mustang or Camaro like in real life when I was over there.
Yeah.
When I came here to the U.S. here to Series, and I saw like the first like Camaro, I was like, "Oh my gosh, look at that thing!" And then I saw like a Mustang come. I was
Yeah.
like, "What the heck? Where are we
Where am
living?"
I?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, "This is insane." But now there's like more luxurious stuff in Tijuana, which means it's getting better. And my family's living there, so they're like, "Yeah, it's cool, it's dope." So I'm like, "That's cool." But anyway, yeah, dude, that's today's segment of Class is in Session. You can turn your ankle around and turn it into your knee. There's a DIY video for. I'm just kidding.
there's a link below.
There's a,
Do yourself.
click on the link below if you want to try it out. Just keep in mind it's a permanent thing, so
So once you go back, you
you have to like borrow somebody else's leg
Right.
if you want to go back. So
or just do it to the other one. So
please don't do that and commit murder in my name. FBI shows up. So we hear you've been training a whole platoon of killers in your podcast. It was a joke. Not in our eyes.
Like,
Not in
joke's
our
on you.
eyes, buddy. I know. Joke's on you. You're going to the pound. Did you hear about, do you know who, shoot. Skittles McGee. Skittle
Why does that
rapper.
sound So familiar. Oh, Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Tekashi.
Like Skittles, like what? Oh,
Skittles rapper.
like that?
I just said Skittles rapper. Rainbow Boy. That he's going to jail.
Dude, yeah.
Did you listen to his music?
Okay. No. Okay, this is weird. So like I can't say I didn't because like obviously I came across it throughout Instagram because it's always like
obviously.
or like
But did you listen to it like on
like
your own
generally
time?
he has like one song that I listen to. That's
Okay.
it. But it's like that.
One of those.
It's one of those like where he's not yelling and screaming, you know? So,
What the sticky?
yeah, where it's like, yeah, dude. So it's like, yeah, but I mean, give or take,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of his music, but I mean, I like him as a person because he's just kind of a troll, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I like that about him because it's funny. So it's like,
Yeah, it is funny. It's entertaining.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's entertaining me, you know? So, but
was-
yeah, dude, nah, like, I heard about that. I was like, what? I woke up in the morning. I was like, wow.
Go to jail.
Okay.
What was it for? Was it for that whole scandal that he was being
I don't,
accused
okay.
of? Or
so-
no, that's what it was. I remember.
So basically,
the
dude.
gang stuff. Huh?
Yeah. So he hangs out with like gangsters or
Yeah.
whatever. But the whole thing behind that is like they want him to like give them intel or like information on like
he They want him to snitch.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And then so he said already he didn't want to. So they're like, all right, then you're gonna get charged with the same things they did. And then that's where he's like, oh, but they don't even know what's going on. I don't even know. I hope he gets out, like, you know. Cause
Yeah,
but
dude,
then again,
it's a tough position
Yeah.
because if he snitches, he's dead, and if he
Yeah.
doesn't,
Oh.
he's still like dead.
yeah. But I
Getting
heard
sent
too,
to
like,
general pop.
yeah, right, dude.
Looking
So it's
like
right.
like a rainbow.
I've seen the
Dude,
memes
that's gonna
already. The
suck.
memes are pretty pretty harsh. But
Oh, that's what I thought. I was listening to a podcast, and that's all they were talking about. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, this dude's coming into the prison with 6ix9ine tattooed on his forehead.
and you can't
He's
miss
got a
his hair, you know?
rainbow hair, and he's got pigtails.
Like,
Oh boy, he's gonna die. But dude, that sucks for him. What were you saying? Sorry,
dude, I
I
don't even,
cut you off. Did I just kill your
just,
thought?
no, I'm just depressed now.
Aw,
Poor him. Like,
poor him. Dude, I never really listened to his music. I just knew about all this stuff.
Yeah.
He was always, there was always something with him. There was like
yeah,
one scandal after another, now this.
yeah, that most definitely, dude.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I didn't really listen to his music, so I'm not really like. Doesn't really change
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
It was just like a thing I thought I'd bring up because it's in the news everywhere. So let's bring it up. That wasn't even on my freaking list, but we just covered that anyway. So we're gonna dive, guys. We're gonna dive deep into anime now. Finally, we're probably gonna conclude with these topics. Don't worry, we're not near
yeah.
finished. Maybe you are worried now because you're like, dang, I wanted to go home.
No, actually, let me see. Like, fiance probably just texted me right now. She's like, "Where are you at?" Worried about me. He's like, "Oh,
Oh, really? No, dude, take out your phone whenever. Like, I'm not like like if you take out your phone, I'm not gonna scream at you like, hey, put it down. This is a professional. You're killing your quality. No, dude, it's a chill podcast. That's why I like to tell my
Yeah.
guests. It's like it's just you were just hanging out, man, getting to know people. That's one of the best things I really like about doing a podcast is like connecting
Yeah.
with like establishing like deeper friendships with my already friends
Yeah.
and then just meeting new people, you know what I'm saying? Like you, like we were never gonna like really know much about each other
yeah."
if I didn't start
We're
this.
literally just algebra 2 buddies. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, oh, I had a class like this. and that.
Algebra 2 buddies, that's
Yeah,
what we
dude.
were.
That was
I remember
hon-
that, dude.
I
It was
dreaded
so
that
fun.
class, dude. But just honestly, you and your brother and like I forgot the other 2 people there. It was
I forgot who it was
I was
too.
like, yeah,
totally
but-
forgot.
But it was just a fun time. I failed that class, but you know what?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I've always been like really good at math. That's
Dude,
one thing
that's
I've
my
always had
worst
going for
subject.
me.
yeah.
Really?
Like you needed to like tutor me or something, dude. Because that.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm done with math. You know, like I already just passed that,
Yeah,
thankfully. But yeah, that's
that class killed you.
yeah. Well, then again, like in high school, I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
So
I don't
it's
know.
kinda-
I've always been. Actually, there was a time. Hold on, it's getting bad again.
Hmm.
I gotta do something about this. My Mac has been taking a dump, and this is a business I'm running, so I'm gonna have to do something about this. But we're gonna cut it really quick, and we'll be right back. It's not wanting to cut. You guys hear that? And we're back, guys. That was a quick little pause right there because I had to fix the audio thingamabobber. But anyway, we were just talking about names, guys, and totally segueing into this after that little break. But we got to cover this, and then we'll go back to our regularly scheduled podcast. But when you were saying that,
Yeah.
when we were off, guys, we were just basically saying, "Oh, what's your name?" Because I don't know this guy's name. I'm just kidding. No, that's what I was gonna say
Like,
earlier.
dude,
It's
who
like
are you?
your Instagram name is just
Yeah.
like Louis.
Yeah, Louis.
And I was just like, wait a minute, is his name Louis or Luis? Like, I didn't even really
Yeah.
know your name, and you're coming over here in the
It's like-
podcast. I was like, this is pretty cool. But
Dude, I like how it all started off was like, oh, like your Instagram name. So when I had my car, this and that, and then we just went from like owning cars to from Instagram names to owning cars.
I know
Just-
it just goes
like,
into
it just goes.
just ties right in.
Just go with the flow.
Just goes. It just exactly. That's how my mind goes. That's why I can talk forever because I can just. It's like it's just attaching to everything I know, and I don't really know what I'm doing, what kind of visual I'm trying to do with this. How long ago did it stop? Do we know?
No more than 10 minutes.
That's true. No more than 10 minutes.
Checking on my phone, like,
Oh, really? Okay. Thank you. Anyway, guys, we're talking about names, and talking about that made me think of there's this one kid. I'm not gonna call him out. Shoot, saying his name is gonna kind of call him out. I'm not gonna say his full name.
Does he have a
This is his
unique
first
name, or is it just like
Well, he's the only one I know who has this name.
it's like? I mean, like, is his name Bartholomew or something? Like, it's like, or is he like
No.
Oscar? Because like Oscar's a
Okay,
pretty
his
common
name is Reggie.
Reggie.
Okay, so that's his name. There's not a lot of Reggies out
Yeah.
there. Dope name.
Reggie Bush, you know?
His full name's Reginald, but we just call him Reggie.
Yeah.
Everybody calls him Reggie, but poor kid, dude. Reggie, if you're listening, I'm sorry, man, but this was just funny. I have to say it. We were in the Boy Scouts. Pretty sure a lot of people in school for some reason like knew the Mormon boys, like just our group,
Yeah.
and like how we were scouts and stuff. But it was with like me, Nathan, Josh, Ryan,
Yeah.
Joe, like all of us, and Reggie was part of the Boy Scouts with us, and we went on this high adventure trip, which was this sailing trip. So we went out to San Diego, and then we got on this like sailing boat,
Yeah.
and then we sailed out to this island, and then sailed back, and it was like 3 days or something like that. So we like slept in the boat and had like watch duties and stuff. It was pretty cool, but it consisted of us, the scouts, and then there was the actual trained crew
Yeah.
that was part of the boat, and we all got like divided in like different groups of scouts. Went with one leader and whatever, and there was like these obviously female crew members that were part of this crew. And dude, Reggie was all about the ladies.
He's a ladies' man, man.
Reggie's a ladies' man, dude. Reggie's a ladies' man, and we noticed that he was like part of this group that was with
Yeah.
the female crew members, and we noticed that they were calling him Reginald. And we're like, nobody calls Reggie Reginald. So then I think it was Ryan,
Yeah.
was like, hey Reginald, do you want to play chess? And then he was like, you can't call me Reginald. Only the ladies can call me Reginald. Oh, dude, we were laughing so hard. 'Cause that was such a Reggie thing to say at that moment. He was like, only the ladies can call me Reginald. You can't call me Reginald. It was so funny. But I have so many stories like that where it's you had to be there. And I know it's a you had to
Yeah.
be there moment, but I always just say it.
But dude, it just
Hey, somebody out there appreciates my you had to be there stories.
I appreciate it. Dude.
You appreciated
yeah,
it?
That was pretty funny.
Thank
like,
you.
I liked it
Thank you.
because I could just
Only the
imagine
ladies
somebody just
can
be
call
like,
him Reginald.
I
He
just
was
like the
super
whole
straight faced about
But I
it
just like
too.
the whole thing how like Juice was like, "Hey Reginald, we want to play chess." Like I just like that.
It was so funny, dog. But anyway, that just made me think of that. What were we talking about before that, though? Let's think.
It was
We were gonna. Ooh, man, this cough. Why did I do the ooh right after each cough? I don't know. I don't know what we were talking about. Dang it.
something about anime, dude. I think.
Something about anime. Here, we're gonna, guys, we're gonna pause really quick, and I'm gonna go back. You haven't heard the soundboard at all.
Okay.
Now you have.
Yeah.
You want to touch a button?
Dude, can I?
You can.
Oh my gosh.
You can touch a button.
Is there like what's your favorite button?
My favorite button has got to be that one.
That's a lot of damage.
I like it.
You know, Flex Seal?
All this power comes with a lot of responsibility, dude.
It does. But I abuse it too. I just.
What's your profanity? The number one podcast in America.
That's what we are, boy. We're the number one podcast in America. By me.
Think I'm in love, dude.
Yeah, me too. Actually, that one's my favorite.
I changed my mind.
Changed my mind. But we figured out what we were talking about, or what I was talking about, was math. I'm good at it now, but there used to be a time where I was literally stupid. So I was literally like dumb. Like I didn't know like anything. Joshua was a smart one,
Yeah.
and I always copied off him all the time. All the time, dude. It was bad. It wasn't until like maybe 5th grade that I started like stepping up my game, because like I remember I was gonna ask Josh for his homework so I can copy, and he didn't have it done, or he didn't want to. I don't know what it was, but I couldn't have it basically, and I had to do it by myself. I'm like, fine, I'll just do it. And then I sat there and I looked, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do any of this. I was like, I am, and then that was like I had a moment
Yeah.
of clarity with myself. Like I was like, I'm stupid. I'm dumb. I was like, I'm literally dumb, and then I literally cried because I was like, I am dumb. And then after that, I never copied again. And I started doing it by myself. But dude, I used to suck at everything, and then I don't know. And you think that if I was like, I feel like that kind of trumps kind of like first grade up to fourth or something,
Like,
because I wasn't doing anything, and I ended up fine because I'm going to college.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at math. You know, I'm relatively smart guy, I think. You know, so but I was just kind of funny how I didn't do anything, dude. Nothing.
When I think of elementary, I think of what are those, like, not scantrons, like those sheets where you had to do the times tables and this and that. That was my childhood right there.
Dude, I hated those.
Yep.
I hated
And they were timed
those.
too.
Yeah.
What are they, times tables? Literally, because they're timed.
Maybe.
Wow.
That's probably why they call them times tables, because everybody's scarred from those times stuff. But dang, yeah, dude, I hated those sheets. Like they gave me so much anxiety in Mexico. But dude, yeah, I sucked at everything. Now I'm okay at math. That's probably my best subject is math, and like physics. Anything like that has to do with kind of like
equations and stuff like that.
equations, and just actually like math and physics. I'm pretty good at, just because I'm good at like engineering kind of mind, I guess. So I can like, I don't know. This is boring. I was saying we were going to talk about anime, and we just totally just
Cool.
didn't. Yeah. But anyway, let's talk about anime. So, there's this one anime. How much anime do you watch?
Okay, dude. Okay, now not that much as I used to, because school, like the ending of school, is kind of like I'm taking 15 units this and next semester, so it's kind of like,
dang, dude,
I really don't have
full
time.
plate.
Yeah, dude. And it kind of sucks because I, like, a couple years ago, I used to. It first started off like me just watching anime just on Netflix and whatever, you know, and then I started watching it seasonal, like where I saw on YouTube like people were like, oh, you need to watch this anime.
Right.
So I was like, okay. So like checking them all out. And then now it's just like I'm back to like, this one seems good. I'll just like sit down and watch it.
Yeah.
Or like people say like, oh, this is one of the good ones. And I'll just sit down.
I feel like that's a problem, not of like that you don't watch too much because you don't really are interested. I feel like it's more of you've watched all the good ones.
Yeah.
And now you're just
and then you're just trying to
waiting for
watch
a good
underrated ones or like those hidden gems.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's what happened with like me, because like because me and my family actually like back in Mexico, like with my cousins, we all kind of liked anime already, like all of us.
Yeah.
It was when we were like mad young, and we watched a ton of anime. I remember everybody had their like anime they liked. You know, there was that whole thing going on. Like Joshua loved Naruto. My brother Joe loved Bleach, and everybody had like my cousin loved Inuyasha and all this stuff. And I was the only one who didn't have
a favorite,
an anime. Yeah, favorite. Like I'd always just, and I was like, I don't know why that I was like trying to find my and you know I was just like, I gotta find one. And I remember I would watch like hours and hours worth of anime intro compilations, trying to find a good
like
intro that appealed to. I'm like, oh, I gotta check this one out, but it wasn't until like after all that I was like, I'm never gonna find it. I would lie and be like, yeah, this one's awesome. This is my anime. Just claim it just to have that, you know, with me. But I like deep inside, I was like, I'm falling asleep on episode 1. I was like, I can't do this. But it wasn't until I watched this one called Katekyo Hitman Reborn. It's an older one.
I know
it's pretty long.
The kid has like a flames on his head. Yeah,
on his
like
freaking forehead, dude. I love that one. And then I dubbed that one mine because nobody else knew about it, just me. And I was like, yes, I found it.
That is truly mine.
So yeah, I really like that. That one was really enjoyable. That's an older one too. But anyway, there's this one anime. Actually, no, I even because like we used to watch a ton when we were kids, and then we just stopped.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was
exactly.
I just never watched anymore, like at all.
Yeah.
Like for a good amount of years, just never watched.
Yeah, dude, I was the exact same.
Yeah.
Like with me, it was what got me into it was like obviously my cousins, like you know how you said your family, you know, you like I remember coming home after school on Toonami, and Adult Swim, and
Toonami.
it'd be like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
it. And then I think Toonami Yu Yu Hakusho. That's like one of my favorites right there.
Yu Yu Hakusho is
Yeah.
pretty dope. Yeah.
That, and then just watching and like just after school, right after go home, it was on DBZ. And
Yeah.
yeah. So that, and then what, like after elementary school, was like didn't like watch any like I didn't even know what was going on with it. And then
Right.
it was after high school where I was like, like when you graduate, you just have a lot of time on your hands.
Mhm.
So you're just like, oh, I guess Death Note. Like my cousin was like, about
yeah.
Death Note, and he's like, oh, I'll watch it. He would always talk about it. So I did, and I was like, wow, this is really good. Like, oh, like wow.
Like you're actually intrigued.
Yeah, and
to
it
watch
made me feel some type of way. Like when you ever watch something and it ends and you're just like, you feel empty inside.
Right.
Yeah. And
Dude, yes. Animes do that to me a ton. So many like the good ones.
Yep.
And then when you're done, you're just like, what do I do with my life?
Right.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do now.
Exactly.
Dude, I can relate to that.
So after that, it was just from there on out, and that's just been my thing. So
Dude, that's dope. Yeah, I actually got my my wife, because she doesn't
Yeah.
watch any anime.
Yeah.
And then I got her to watch Death Note,
Mhm.
and she loved it.
yeah,
She watched the whole thing.
dude.
I couldn't stop watching. If there's not gonna be a spoiler, or this is not a spoiler, but when
Everybody's seen Death Note.
yeah,
Everybody's seen Death Note,
seen
so-
Death Note. Anybody who's interested in anime has seen
Yeah.
Death Note. That being
It's
said,
a crime if you haven't. So
yeah, guys, if you guys are into anime, then you can probably just click out, because this is what we're going to talk about for the rest. But when Nier showed up into the scene,
yeah.
I just lost interest.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, well,
I couldn't
okay.
watch it.
See, that's like a big debate when it comes to Death Note. Like
Yeah.
everyone says like that's when it just
Kinda
declined and
plummeted.
just they didn't care anymore, and that's when like Death Note fell off.
I don't think it was like. I don't want to say it was like a decline in like
Yeah.
they did a bad thing. Like,
Yeah.
it was just more of a personal thing where I
Yeah.
just lost interest.
No,
you know, I
but-
just didn't care
yep.
anymore. It was just
Like
whatever.
with me, it was like it just wasn't Death Note anymore. 'Cause it's like
Exactly.
the whole point is like it's like your main like I know L was an antagonist, but it's like
right.
the main like antagonist,
Yeah.
And then
guys, spoiler alert.
Spoiler,
if you
sorry.
guys like, not even like there hasn't even been a
Yeah.
spoiler yet, but like, guys, if you really haven't seen it, just letting you know, if you're gonna be listening, there's gonna maybe be a spoiler here or two there, so don't come crying to me when it happens. Anyway,
so
now
yeah.
you can have the conversation
It's like,
comfortably.
But what do you call it when he like goes away?
When he dies, when L
he doesn't die.
freaking dies, guys. Yeah.
Spoiler.
When,
I'm saying like,
yeah, right after.
yeah, he dies. So yeah,
Yeah.
So
When he dies, dude,
it's kind of just like and then that's
It's
like
an
the
epic
worst.
death.
Yeah,
Though. Like it wasn't like such a rush death or
Yeah,
anything. Like
no.
they played it out pretty cool
Yeah.
and stuff. It was like, oh dang,
Mhm.
light one, you know,
Yeah,
kind of.
but then it's kind of just like, oh, here comes this new guy, and
Yeah.
it just when they do that, it's kind of like,
I think what killed it for me more about Nier
Mm-hmm.
is that they kind of made him look like just L 2.0. Like they
Right,
tried to bring
exactly.
another L
Just
in
with white
this
hair.
equation. Exactly,
Yep.
sitting the same way except one leg.
Yep.
You know, one leg's up, one leg's down.
yeah,
I'm like, nah. Maybe if like they had something where his dad might have figured out, you
Yeah.
know, something like that, then like that
Yeah.
would be more intriguing for me. But yeah, I just lost interest
Yeah.
entirely when Nier came
it
in.
wasn't the same. Like,
It wasn't.
but I don't know. Like, I actually thought he was gonna win. Like,
Really?
I was like, oh, he's gonna win. Like, he
Oh,
has
you-
something up his sleeve,
Yeah.
because he's like, he always,
Yeah. So you already kind of saw that.
Yeah, and I was, and then that's what caught me off. Like, like usually in shows or in movies and in anime, it's like you always think the main character is gonna win or
Yeah.
it's gonna. So like when that happened, I was like, what? Like, dang.
Yeah.
And that's what I like.
Yeah. No, for sure. Like, I just got a total tongue twister right now. No, but yeah, I can totally relate.
Yeah.
That's what I like too. But yeah, dude, Death Note, definitely a good one.
Mhm.
But there's this one anime. Dude, my freaking Mac, dog. You hear this? That's
Is it like the little
insane.
ocean kind of like?
Yeah, that's crazy. It's doing the delay again. That's
Mhm.
insane, guys. This is definitely by far the most it's done. Usually I only have to stop it halfway through. And like when I did an episode with Diego, it was like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was a 2 hour long episode. We did it probably once, so we cut it once
Yeah.
in the middle. But now it's doing it like a ton. All right, guys, we're back. Jeez, we didn't have. There's probably like maybe 10 seconds in between that pause, not like the other ones.
It's like They didn't miss like vital information. It's just like,
Exactly. We didn't have an extensive conversation about other things, but there's this one anime that I watched. I forgot what it was called, but dude, anime sometimes they'll say the truest things. Like it's
Yeah.
like, dude, that is actually super true. Like I've learned so much from
Right,
anime.
dude, it's like
honestly,
like it's crazy when people think, oh, like honestly, like even if you watch anime in general, I feel like you have more knowledge of like vocabulary because like you're
Yeah.
reading subtitles, so it's like, oh, I don't know that word, I'll just
you become a better reader.
yeah,
in all
exactly,
honesty.
yeah. Like I remember I was watching One Punch Man,
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
That's a good
right,
one.
and sub, and then like I was watching it and they were talking super fast, and then obviously like I was reading all of it, and
Yeah.
then my friend was like, dude, can you like go back? I didn't get all the whole sentence. I was like,
Yeah.
what? You didn't? He was like, no, dude, you read like super fast. I'm like,
Yeah, dude.
I mean, yeah,
Courtney had to watch the
Yeah.
dubbed version of
Yeah.
Death Note because she couldn't
Yeah.
keep up with the subs. I don't like when it's dubbed.
It re-
Some of them do it
Yeah.
good. Some of them are
Yeah,
just
same.
garbage. But that's why I just stick with Japanese.
Yep.
But
The whole sub versus dub debate.
that's a whole that's a whole different
I
debate.
finally figured out, dude, how to end
What did
it.
you figure out?
So why don't you watch? You could watch a dub anime, but with subtitles at the same time.
A dubbed anime.
So it's dubbed in English, but there's still subtitles on the screen.
You hear
They're-
that car?
It's mine. Like,
Yeah,
It's like-
imagine it's yours. Yours doesn't have an alarm, does it? I know mine doesn't.
I-
Mine just locks.
I don't
Why
think
does it-
so.
Have you ever seen those cars that have that little security light?
Yeah, dude, and it's like it shows up like not a picture of their car, but it's kind of like their like car thing. I don't know. It's like
Wait, what?
you haven't seen those ones? Like my friend has one, like where it's like an alarm, and
Yeah.
it shows like not a picture of the car, but it's like, oh, somebody's like near your door or something.
Oh,
there. Yeah.
no, I wasn't talking. Dang,
Oh.
I never knew about
yeah,
this.
dude. There's
What?
they have that.
That's
So
crazy.
it's like yeah,
Technology, dude.
right.
It's creepy. You put that like, put that like near your girlfriend,
It's
put it in
like-
her purse, know who's close to her.
Like, what?
Oh man, but no, I was talking about those little like inside the dash, it'll like
Oh,
like
a
a flashing
light, yeah.
red light that says
Yeah,
like
dude.
security.
Yeah.
Why
I feel
does-
like that it's just
is it just
it's
to
a
scare
bluff.
people?
I think it's a bluff.
Is
dude.
that a bluff?
Yeah.
Because mine, I thought when I got that car and I
Yeah.
saw that light, I was like, oh, this car has an alarm, sweet. And then I tried it out one time. No,
Toyota's gonna be watching this podcast, and they're gonna be like, "We're gonna sponsor you," and then it's like they caught us. They caught on. We can't.
yeah, I know. They're like,
We can't.
we're about to sponsor.
So you found out about the light, huh?
Let's wrap it up, guys. Find somebody else. Yeah, dang it. I just killed a sponsor right now. I just burned that bridge. It's okay. It's okay. They were never going to sponsor me anyway. I wasn't going to talk about Toyota anyways. That's stupid. It's so dumb. Anyway. I'm just kidding. But speaking about learning from anime, there's this one where this dude said he was like a super lazy dude.
Yeah.
But he was like, it was like about like tacticians and stuff. And this guy, they were like, you know, I don't know what's up with animes and just having some sort of like an academy going on where all
It's
these
just like
the
the
student
cliche,
thing, yeah, the cliche, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was one of those
Yeah.
where they're like soldiers or whatever in this academy. But anyway, there was like having this little thing going on where there's like it was like a little mock war
Yeah.
where there was like 3 different armies, and one of them had like this like pompous like guy who's like,
Yeah.
I came from a royal family, I'm the whatever. And then there's this other like chick who's leading this other one who's like this born like warrior kind
Yeah.
of chick, and then there's this other dude who's a protagonist
Yeah.
who's like the laziest dude ever. Like he doesn't give a crap. But like after he does it all, like he does some crazy tactics and he ends up winning the like mock
Yeah.
war, despite all odds. And then one of the things he says, he's like, dude, laziness is the fuel for invention. It's
Right.
like everything we have is because we are freaking lazy.
Yeah.
And I was
I
like,
believe it.
that is so true. We have cars because we don't want to
Yeah.
walk. We have freaking chairs because we want to sit all the
Yeah.
time. We have, you know what I'm saying? Just like you just look around
Yeah.
at every like object we have.
It's kind of
And
like work smarter, not harder. You know?
Exactly. And then I saw this Instagram thing of this thing called the Lex Bionic Chair. And it's basically this like harness that you put
Yeah.
on, and it has these like 2 metal like rods that come down. And it's basically a chair that you can take anywhere you go. So when you're ready to sit
I think
down,
I've seen that, dude.
you-
Yeah.
have you seen it?
I
You
think
just
yeah,
let them
yeah.
down and then you sit down.
Oh yeah. Yep. I seen that.
I was like, how lazy can we get? This is gonna turn into like what is it? Wally.
It's like in
Super
2019
quick.
we'll have flying cars. No, we just have like self-sitting chairs.
Yeah, we just have take out chairs that we just strap onto our freaking backs so we can sit anywhere we want, dude. And then I thought about that anime because I was like, oh, we're gonna talk about anime, but that's so true. You know, that stuck with me. You know, I was like, obviously till this day, I totally forgot what the anime was called.
I
was like, that's
I
so
actually
true.
think I know what you're talking about. It's like one of the girls have like red hair.
Yes.
Yep. I know what you're
You
talking about,
know.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I seen
that-
like a
that
little
one.
bit of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I honestly
Yeah.
enjoyed it, even if it had that like little cliche thing going on. But yeah, I got into anime actually like in high school back
Yeah.
because I said I was
Yeah.
like I just never watched. It was one of my buddies in a math class. I
Yeah.
think it was pre-cal or something. He was like, I don't even know how the conversation happened. He just ended up asking,
He just,
"Do you
"Hey."
watch anime?"
Like anime.
Yeah, kind of like that. It's like, "Hey, do you like anime?" I was like, "Yeah, a little bit." And I was like, "You should watch this one." He told me about Sword Art Online.
Mm.
And then I was like, yeah, I never watched it. He just told
Yeah.
me. I never watched it. And then finally he just told me again, hey, have you seen it? I was like, nah. He's like, dude, you really got to watch it. And then I was just like, you know what? I think it was like
I'll give it a shot. You know?
yeah, I'll give it a shot. It was like Saturday night. And then I was like, I'll give it a shot. I watched it. And was I hooked, dude?
Honestly, dude. Yeah.
I was hooked. I watched the whole, season 1 and season 2 back to back without a
yeah?
break. Yeah. It took me like a whole night and
Yeah.
almost all Sunday. Like it was insane. I watched the whole thing.
I didn't move from my seat. I just
Yeah, and like you said, that was
Yeah.
one of the ones that really hit me hardcore when it was done.
when it was done. Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know what to do with
So
my
is there a
life.
season 3 or?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know what to do with my life, dude. I was like, what am I doing now? It's like a feeling of like kind of like anxiety.
Yeah, dude.
Right? Yeah, it's like this like kind of I don't know why. Why do we feel that way? Never have I seen a movie that's made me feel that way. Ever. It's only in anime.
Yep.
Or even shows. I've seen plenty of Netflix shows, series.
Yeah.
Never have I ever felt that way at the conclusion of anything except for animes.
I think
I don't know.
I
what
want
it
to
is.
say yes, but there's like probably one except. You seen Breaking Bad?
No.
Dude, you need to watch that.
Do I?
That's
People were talking like so mighty about
one
that
of the best. On it, like I don't want to hype it up and then you watch it and it's like, oh, I'll just like
Yeah.
no spoilers or anything, but season 1's like pretty boring. Like it's like interesting,
Okay.
but it's like
Just hang on, basically.
yeah, like just hang on till
Yeah.
season 2. That's when it's like okay,
Okay. Sweet.
you're in, strapped in.
Josh is the king of that, of
Yeah.
overhyping something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm revved up to see this.
Yeah. And then it's
And I
like,
watched it and I was like,
so when does it get good?
right,
Like-
exactly. So we went to watch Dunkirk.
Yeah.
And he saw it before I did. And he was like, dude, it was freaking amazing. I guess he's not the king of it. I just say that because he did it
Yeah.
once. I don't know why I always generalize everybody's behavior by one
Yeah.
thing they did. But he did it once with Dunkirk. And then he's like, dude, it was freaking amazing. It was awesome. And I was like, dude, I'm so revved up to see this now. And we went to watch it. And it was okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and then I told like, dude, why did you tell me it was like the best movie you've ever seen? Like, maybe if you hadn't told me, maybe you just said, yeah, it's a good movie. Then I would just gone in with just
Yeah.
normal expectations and maybe been wowed. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, that was actually
Yeah.
better than I thought.
It's the expectation factor because like my mom was telling me too, like she's like, don't ever like if you're ever gonna tell somebody to watch something, don't ever say it's this or it's that. Like she's like if you say it's sad, then they're expecting it to be sad already,
Yeah.
and then when you watch it, you're just like,
Yeah.
am I heartless?
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
You're like, dang, that wasn't sad. I must have a problem. Must be a demon. I must be a serial killer. I love doing that voice. A serial killer. Rated R. Ryan does rated R so good. He did it once actually, and I put it on my soundboard. I
It's like,
touched
is-
it by
That's
accident.
him. Like
Yeah.
Ryan.
No, I put it on my soundboard and I lost the file. I was so sad. Dude, this got off. It's got a hold on me. You're not getting sick at all?
I'm gonna wake up
Lucky.
tomorrow and I'm like, I can't get out.
Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry, dude. But hey, it's worth it. When I become like a celebrity, when I'm going to Conan O'Brien, when my agent talks to Conan's agent, and then we get together and have some fake friendship, you'll remember this.
I'll figure out everything and
You'll
just
figure out everything. You'll see. It'll be worth it. I'll send you some cash.
Thank you.
I'll give y'all little participation awards. But anyway, yeah, animes, dude. animes, dude. I love animes. They make you feel
Me
empty
too.
though. Some.
Yeah.
Have you seen shoot, I'll Noah Zero?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Did you like the ending?
Oh my gosh.
What about
Season 1. I've never watched season 2. You know why?
Oh, okay. Let me guess. Like,
I was
this is
just
what,
fed up.
Yeah, this is what everyone complained about. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell, whole ending, and it was like,
What was that, dude?
it was like,
what was that?
you caught me.
Guys, if you haven't seen I'll Know Zero, spoiler alert, but I would say don't even watch it. Don't give a crap. It's a waste of time. Maybe you have a different side of that.
Honestly, like it was like that, like
Oh, dude.
I was just like me when I'm already like into it. I'm like I gotta finish it just to see
Yeah.
how it is. Because then it just bugs me. I'll be late at night. It's like
Right, yeah.
yeah. So it's like I was like halfway through and I was like it's kind of like it got annoying because you seen like all season 1, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it got annoying to me where I was kind of like they kept on beating like every guy they went
Yeah.
against, and I was just like, okay, like oh here's a new opponent. It's like oh it doesn't matter because they're gonna
You know
win.
they're gonna
They're
win.
gonna
Yeah.
win anyway. So I was like totally cliche, but it was like I was like yeah.
Yeah.
And then the ending of season 1, I was like oh, and then you go into season 2 and you're like what? Like I seen the first episode and you're just
Yeah.
like what?
Dude. Yeah, I was watching the first
Yeah.
episode and then
She's turning off.
he's
the
got a
TV, just
bionic eye. Bye.
It's like-
Goodbye. I'm clocking
Just-
out. That
I'm
was
done.
insane. Yeah, I was,
Erase this from my memory, please.
dude. I was actually really mad,
Yeah.
like, cause it ate all my Sunday. Like,
Yeah.
I got hooked on that one, and then I watched it. Like, I don't know why, cause they did win all the time. Usually that's
Yeah.
what gets me, and like, will like maybe be like, why are they winning all the time? I don't know why this time. I was probably just too young to like know any better about taste, but yeah, I was hooked, dude, and I watched the whole thing on a Sunday, and then that ending messed me up, cause it's like the last 5 minutes of the
Yeah.
last episode, it just completely 180s.
It goes crazy and
It
it's like,
goes
oh my gosh.
crazy.
And then it's like, you're
And
like,
then season 2 leaves you with like, what?
wait, I thought this happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you're just, yeah. So I would encourage everybody not to watch that one because I mean, I can't say anything about season 2 because I haven't seen season 2.
It's I'm trying to remember what happened, dude. Cause like that one's like, it's like, I remember watching it, but it didn't have an impact.
right.
So where it was like, oh, I remember this. You want to spoil it or not?
Yeah, it's spoiler, dude.
It
I'm
was-
never going to watch it. I'm never watching season
Basically
2.
like Slane,
Yeah.
he like takes over and he's like the main guy now.
What?
Yeah. So he starts like killing off like all like the people or whatever.
Wait a minute. Slain.
Yeah. Like the guy with blonde hair.
Right.
Yeah.
The one who was the ally of the princess.
Yeah. No. Wait.
The one who called him orange all the time.
He's the one who was like their pet. Like, you know how he's like from Earth.
Right,
So
yeah,
he-
the halfling, the like half Martian,
so,
half
like,
Earth.
Yeah.
Like,
So like
whatever.
he ends up being like the top of the guy. Like he starts like
And so he
turn-
becomes the antagonist?
Yeah. And then like, dude, the ending's kind of just like really that happened. It's kind of just one of those like the endings where I don't even know how to explain it, dude. He's like a war criminal. After like he gets like locked up and he's like a war criminal and this and that.
The blonde dude.
Yeah. And,
my gosh.
And then like everyone lives happily ever after.
What?
Yeah. So it's kind of just like, oh,
Don't watch it, guys. Just don't watch
I'm like
this
just
one.
discouraging.
Oh man, that one messed me up. That
Yeah.
one's one of the ones that just I was mad after
Yeah.
watching. We're just gonna talk a little bit more and then we can wrap this up because dude, we've been going for like an hour 23.
I know my fiance texted me. She's like, "Oh, you're just starting right now?" I was like, "No, we've been talking."
Yeah.
Like, she's-
The reason I wanted, because I usually have like
Yeah.
8 p.m. sessions,
Yeah.
like I told you. The reason why I wanted to start a little early is because I remember that Christmas Tree Lane
Yeah.
was opening up tonight,
yeah.
and I was like, I don't know if you had plans on that.
Oh no, dude. Like,
She wanted it to go, so I was like, we could probably do it earlier. And then you said like, oh, when I said 6,
Yeah.
you're like, you didn't burp, I did,
Like-
but you were like, oh, I'll be coming back from Turlock, and
Yeah.
I kind of felt bad because like,
Yeah.
dang, I don't want to rush you, like,
No, dude, like-
straight from Turlock over here.
no rush. Dude. It was literally like I got out of work, went home to like change real quick,
Yeah.
got a haircut, and then came back, and I was like, yeah, I was like on time. I got out the shower, and
Yeah.
I seen. I was like really worried out because like I hope like
Oh, yeah.
I'm not late, and then I got out. I was like, all right.
I try to like just say like, I try not to rush my guests.
Yeah.
I'll because I know I make the Instagram post like
Yeah.
saying, hey, we're gonna go live at 6 or
Yeah.
whatever. But like, I don't want. I always in the back of my head, I was like, I really don't want that to put pressure on my guests. Like, they can come late if
It's
they.
like I'll be here 15 minutes early.
Exactly. So I don't got anybody to. I don't gotta please nobody. It's my podcast. I just lost so many like followers right
Like,
there.
All right,
They're like, this guy. Who does he
I'm
think he
exiting
is?
it out now. Like,
Oh, thank you. You can get out. Just kidding. But yeah, so we'll just talk a little bit more and then we can wrap this up. But Akama got killed.
where do I begin, dude?
Dude, I was disappointed at the fact that I didn't realize. Spoiler alert, guys! This whole thing is gonna be spoilers. So, guys, if we're talking and we mention an anime that you haven't seen and you want to watch or are interested in watching, you should probably just clock out then, because we're gonna be spoiling.
There's gonna be one person who's like, wow, spoiler alert.
I
And
know
it's like
somebody's gonna complain, but I'll be like, dude, there's plenty of disclaimers.
we've just put it like on the screen, just spoiler.
Yeah, just spoilers. But that one,
Yeah.
I'm disappointed that I didn't realize what was happening until the third death. Because
Dude,
I should
didn't
have seen
even-
it coming
I
after
didn't
the
even
second.
realize. See me, I was like, oh yeah, some characters died. Okay, yeah, it happens, you know. And then like when they just kept on going and going and going, I'm like, when is this?
It's like
when
a
is
chess
this-
game.
yeah.
Just like, all right, took that one, took that one, took that one.
When is the carnage gonna end?
I
Please,
know.
but yeah,
Okay, guys, everybody basically dies except
Yeah.
for like one character or two, I
I-
guess.
yeah. Actually, it's two,
It's two. It's the like leader
and then like the main
Akame.
character.
But shoot, dude, which death messed you up the most? I know which one screwed me up. Like, I had to stop watching. Actually, after this death, I stopped and then I just went straight to the ending to see how it ended. That's it. I
trying to
couldn't watch it
I'm
anymore.
trying to remember. Like, I'm trying to remember. Oh, the one that like. The reason why I say this because he was my favorite character was Lubbock, the one with the green hair.
Yeah.
I really liked him. You know,
Dude, he
like,
was pretty cool. Yeah,
his like power too, and then just the way he like
he was like the anime Spider-Man.
yeah, and the way he died, like it was just like so like cool.
It
you know,
was,
like he
yeah.
falling through the sky, and he's just
Yeah.
like reminiscing. He's like, I'm sorry, this and that.
Yeah, that was a pretty like
Yeah.
good death.
That one, I'd say like I wouldn't say impacted me, but I really like. I didn't think he was gonna die. Like I was like,
Right.
maybe he's
Maybe
lucky
he'll
enough
live.
to live. And then after that, I was like, like I was kind of just like, you know what? I don't care anymore. Like I don't care who dies. And then
Yeah,
they-
you'll just watch it.
yeah, and then they kill
whatever.
off Tatsumi, and then I'm
Mhm.
just like, okay, like
That caught me off guard.
Yeah.
because I thought Tatsumi was like one
Yeah.
of the main protagonists,
mm-hmm.
and then he just died.
yeah, and just,
And I thought it was a pretty lame death. I got.
oh yeah, yeah, it was. I-
What was that? He just blocked this
Yeah,
thing and then he
just
died.
Yeah,
What?
it kind of like sacrificed himself.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know. That was
We gotta
pretty
talk to
lame.
the writers about that.
Yeah, we
like,
do. We'll message him.
Yeah.
We'll message him after.
And then they'll sponsor us after.
They will.
Just
That was a great anime, dude. I loved every second.
oh, I mean,
Listen back. Yeah, but I thought his death was just lame.
Yeah.
I didn't care for it.
That's kinda
It just caught me off guard.
Yeah.
and I was like, that was dumb.
I after like a certain amount of people dying, I was kind of just. But when you ask that, is it like which one was like most like
Which one messed you up? Like it was like,
brut-
oh my
brutally,
gosh,
like
yeah.
as in how brutal it was, and it was kind of just like that girl who like
Chelsea?
yes, dude, that one. Like the first one when she gets like ripped in half
Oh.
and by the dog.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one was
yeah.
like, oh, like okay, like it's gonna
that
be like
broke
this.
my heart because she was
Yeah.
like a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Like she was like, oh, don't worry, you'll be fine. She was like trying to.
That one was like
Yeah.
sad, but the one that messed me up was Chelsea one.
Dude,
that one was like
Chelsea.
they were like
That's
wow.
the one that got me.
That was like dang, and they just put it for display too.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's because like you don't know what's happening
Yeah.
because she gets like hit in the leg
Yeah,
or
and
something,
she's
and
like-
then it just zooms into her
Yeah.
face.
and she's
And
like,
you
okay,
don't
she's
realize,
dead. Like she's
right.
like okay, she's dead. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then like nope, we just got
Because you see this dude coming down like to her
Yeah,
body,
yeah.
and then you still see her face, and you don't know what's
yeah.
happening.
So you think like oh she's just gonna die.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you just what is he running to like the town and then he sees and
Yeah,
it's just on
yeah, yeah.
display and he's just crying and then that's the end of the episode.
yeah.
I was kind of just like
Dude, that
that
messed
one was
me up.
like yeah.
I was a freelancer too when I was watching that one. I was doing music
Yeah.
freelance, so I was like, people would send me their lyrics and I was composing
Yeah.
the songs. And at the time, I was in the middle of a job,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh, I can take a little break and watch. And then I watched that, and then I stopped, and I was like, dang, that just messed my
Yeah.
mood up. I can't finish
like,
this song right now, so I had to ask for an extension. I was like,
Yeah.
hey man, I'm not gonna have this song ready by today. I'll have it tomorrow. And he was like, "Oh, it's cool," but that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that.
But that death, dude,
Yeah, dude. Like,
it was
that
a
one.
good anime, but
Yeah,
dang,
It's-
so much death.
it's like polarizing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, it's bad but it's good because it's kind of unique in a way.
Yeah.
Because it's like, when do you ever like have even a show, like not just anime in general, but just
Right.
a show where it's like there's no plot armor, you know? Like, and I like
Right.
that. I enjoy that because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, the main, like I read this one manga where a comment pointed it out where someone was like, well, the plot armor on this character is like, you can't. I didn't notice it because I was like, oh, like she's trying to like escape from some other planet or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just being like super brief and vague right now.
Yeah.
But, and then everyone's just saying, like, complaining about how like she's not gonna die because she's one of the main characters in the
Right,
plot
right.
armor. So it's kind of like that.
But
you know,
then
like,
they just didn't
yeah.
care about that on this one.
yeah. So I was like,
Yeah.
and I like that. I enjoy like anime or shows where it's like the main character, like, he's not always like winning, like he gets beat up.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I mean, now I can see that, obviously.
yeah,
how
because it's
you
like
pointed that
unique.
other
It's like,
thing out.
oh, it's not cliche.
It is. Hey, guys, we're going to do another cut, and then we'll be back. All right, guys, we're back. Sorry about that. That's probably the last one that we're going to do. Anyway, go ahead.
Basically, like, have you ever like watched a show or anime where you like it and then somebody's pointing these things out, and then you rewatch it again, and it's
All
like
the holes.
all the plot
Yeah.
holes, and all the things that are illogical are just like, what?
Yeah.
Like Future Diary. Have you ever seen that anime, dude?
Dude, no, because I know it's one of those that'll leave me feeling empty. Because I
Dude.
know people tell me that, and I was like, that one, and then they said Angel Beats. That's another one that
Man,
I should stay
dude,
away
if you
from
ever
if
like,
I don't want to like cry.
dude, if you ever like want, I'll let you borrow like all these because I have like tons of like anime at home. Like I'll
Like CDs?
CDs, dude. Like the
Oh,
disc. Like yeah.
sweet.
So just
That's
hit me up,
dope.
dude. If you're like, hey, do you have this? I probably have
Yeah.
it because like I have Future Diary and Angel Beats. So just let me know, dude. I'll just
Should I watch them?
yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely. Because I'm not.
I
gonna
mean,
spoil
I
anything.
kind of I spoiled Future Diary.
yeah.
I know
like,
who dies, and I just know one character gets decapitated.
Okay, yeah, you're fine,
Very-
dude. You're fine.
Okay.
That's all you need to know. As long as you don't
Okay.
know like there's one major point where you're like, what? Like it's kind of like, what?
Okay.
Yeah, as long as you don't know that, you're fine. You're
Okay.
going into it like good. Like there's some like animes where even where you go into it and you know what's gonna happen, you still watch it and you're like, wow, that's good.
Yeah.
This one's like, it's one of those where you need to like not know because it's like then it throws everything off and you're already
Yeah.
expecting it. But yeah, and then Angel Beats, yeah, that one's like the ending like hits you out of nowhere where it's like really good.
Yeah.
Well, like it's a whole like comedic anime. Like,
Comedic.
It's kind of like.
So it's funny.
It's
like
funny.
a
It's funny.
comedy?
It's like a slice of life comedy, right?
Okay,
Half
yeah.
the time, and then like out of nowhere, the last episode was just like,
Like-
I'm not gonna say anything. You know what I mean? You need to
Yeah.
watch it.
Okay,
So
okay.
I'll drop it off, dude.
All right.
And then
All right. Sweet.
yeah, and
For
just
sure.
let me know after you finish it. Just like wow, I don't mean to like do
I'll
this.
give
to
you a written
either.
review.
Thank you. I don't mean to like wow that. Thanks for making me feel like this. Like I
Thanks
don't
for
mean
this
to do
emptiness
that.
I feel now. No, I mean I don't know why. Like, it's a very weird feeling.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't want to say it's like depression, but it's like you just have so much anxiety. You know?
You just want to know, like, even though like it has a conclusion, you want to know more. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's like I don't want to feel like you just want to
Yeah.
still be in that world,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
That's
Couldn't say
exactly
better,
what it
dude.
is.
Couldn't
Yeah,
say
there you
better.
go. I got it, guys. I got it down. I figured it out. But yeah, dude, anime. I love anime. Which one am I watching right now? I mean, I know you're probably watching My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
That one got me from episode 1.
Yeah.
I was like, this is freaking dope. And then you were talking about the manga for Attack on Titan.
Oh, dude.
I've tried to find it, like,
It's hard because like I used to have like an app on. It was for both. It worked both
for like
Android
anime.
and
Okay.
Android and iPhone, and it just stopped releasing the chapters, so I had to physically like search them on the web.
Yeah.
Like on
I was thinking
Safari.
about buying some.
Yeah.
Honestly, just straight up buying the
Yeah.
manga.
I mean,
just have it physically.
Yeah,
That'd be dope.
like dude, if you honestly, you could just like read like the first couple, and if like you like it, then do that.
Yeah, my brother did that. It's
Yeah.
on Joe. Joe had a collection of manga. We
Mhm.
had like the Shonen Jump. Like, I don't even know where we got it. Like, it
Yeah.
was way back in the day when we were still in Mexico.
Mhm.
and it just appeared, and I just was
It was
reading all this
destiny.
shonen. Yeah,
It was destiny.
It was, dude. It was fate. I was. You know what? Something. We'll conclude with this thought because, yeah, man, long episode, and I don't want to have to cut that again. But hold on. All these. I have a ton of notes, but I don't know which one I should like hit. Oh yeah. Okay, two things. First, I saw your story. You're going to Japan?
Dude, yes. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, and it's basically what is it, the first? So it's 11 days away. So actually,
So
I get next week done, and then the next week after that,
You're
I
going to
leave.
J.
Yeah, I leave.
You going to Tokyo?
Yeah, dude. We're gonna stay in Tokyo.
Oh,
So yeah, dude.
How
You want-
long?
2 weeks.
Did you just invite me?
Dude, if you
just
want to
invite
go,
me.
if you want to go, like, the more
I
the
don't know if
merrier.
I have the funds, dude.
It's actually really cheap. Like, I was thinking, like, it's really expensive. Like, that's what everyone tells me. But then, like, the flight itself, like, round trip, it was like $650.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like,
So like from there and back.
yeah. And then I was like, what? Like, because like I went to Mexico during summer when I proposed to my girlfriend at the time, which is
Yeah.
my fiance. And that was like almost like $500 just round trip.
Yeah.
And that's Mexico. Like I could
Yeah.
drive there. You know, I can't drive to
Exactly.
Japan, but
Right.
yeah, but yeah,
It feels so much further away.
Yeah.
I guess we just think it's more expensive just because
yeah, right.
it's overseas, you know.
So
Dang.
But yeah.
I might have to, probably can't go right now, obviously, because have to budget that crap out. But dude, now I mean, by everybody who knows me knows I'm like super into
Traveling?
Japanese. Well,
Oh,
no, just
just-
Japanese
yeah.
culture, dog. I don't know what it is, man.
me
And
either,
then
man.
what is it about? I mean, I kind of thought about it a little extensively, where like a lot of people who are into like anime and
Yeah.
that stuff are also like into cars too,
Yep.
like JDM.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, oh, it's JDM. It's
Yeah.
because Japanese manufacturers make
Yeah.
dope cars. But it's just kind of interesting seeing all those similarities. I'm
Yeah.
like, why are we that way? But yeah, dude, I really wanted to go to Japan. Like when we were in Disneyland,
Yeah.
I was like, I know there's Disneylands like
And
somewhere else, like in the world. I was like, I want to see like Japan's Disney. It looks awesome.
Dude, I want to go. You know
dude.
where I want to go to? I want to go to Universal Studios in Japan.
Oh, I
Yeah.
haven't seen that.
Just because it's like it focuses a lot on anime. Like they have Attack on Titan and Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I've seen like pictures of like Tokyo.
Yeah.
And they have like anime on like
Yeah.
banners. And dude, I
on
was
the
like, I
subway.
fit in right there.
Right.
Dude, I want to live there. That'd be dope. It'd actually be really dope
Yeah.
to live there. People take care of you because like
Yeah.
Japanese people are it's like super nice.
Yeah. My dad's coworker was telling me that he left his camera on the subway
Yeah.
and then like he went back and it was still there. You know, like they're really honorable. So
Yeah.
it's like
Dang, dude, Japanese people are freaking-
something else.
There's something else, dude. They're out of this world. They're amazing. Anyway, this mic thing is doing this again, so we'll probably just wrap it up right there. I didn't want to like kill it just because of
Yeah.
this, but I gotta figure this out, man. Anyway, thank you all so much for listening. Do you have any social you want to plug in? Any friends you'd like to? Any like striving artists that you know that would love some
thank
people
you.
going their way? Not really.
Nothing comes to mind, dude.
No.
Honestly. Yeah.
Do you want to plug in your social?
Yeah. Sure. Follow me at
Is this
Louis.
thing messing you up right now? This delay?
nah.
Okay.
But I'm just like, follow me, Louis. But it's like 4 U's, 3 E's. So it's like,
yeah.
but
I'll
yeah.
put it on
Yeah.
writing on the description anyway, so you can just send me that. Well, you don't have to because I already know what it is.
Yeah.
So just Instagram.
Yeah, dude, that's probably it. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have no social media or anything else
Yeah.
aside from IG.
Right.
So,
All right. Guys, you can't hear it, but there's a massive
Dude, like-
delay right now.
now I'm hearing it. So I'm like,
Dude, that's insane. I gotta figure this out. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for listening. Oh yeah, another announcement. We are now going to be having episodes. Wow, I've kind of messed up that because of this delay. This is kind of fun. I was gonna tell you, I was like, I wanted to make that a segment to where I purposely do that.
delay it.
And have my guests and I talk. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna have Wednesday uploads now. Oh my gosh, I killed that. But so tune in every Wednesday and Monday from now on. Wednesdays is only gonna be me. so you guys can just catch up with your boy. They're gonna be nice, short, sweet episodes. So tune into that. Anyway, the delay is getting worse as we keep going through
That's
this
kind of
ending.
fun though. Like,
It is kind of fun, huh?
it's like,
It sounds weird. It sounds like a filter of some sort. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Peace out.